What is going on, everyone? This is Miles Dompier, and we are just 30 minutes away from the big Xbox Game Showcase 2023. So obviously there's been a lot of excitement and energy surrounding this year's show. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of energy and excitement surrounding every show, but this year in particular seems elevated because of where Xbox stands, the possibilities with games that were released 3, 4, 5+ years ago, and there's a chance that things are culminating into a fantastic showcase for Xbox fans and really just fans of video games in general. So with all of that, you can feel that energy online. If you've been on social media, you've seen people sharing their excitement, sharing their anticipation. For the most part, most of the show has not leaked. There have been a handful of leaks, which at this point I'm not even going to touch on, but there have been a few, I guess, kind of noteworthy leaks, some of those being from official sources ahead of the show. But for the most part, the show is going to be a surprise for me, for you, most of the people watching. A lot of the folks in the know even this year don't have a lot of answers as to what Xbox is bringing to the table. So because of that, we're all going to share in these surprises together, all right? It's not going to be like previous years where the entire showcase leaks and there's some of us who know 90% of the show before it happens. A lot of us are going in mostly blind this year, so that's exciting. That is my favorite kind of show. I love the surprises. I love the energy of the community. I love being excited. So I'm excited to share in this moment with you, everyone tuning in, watching live. We're gonna have our reactions. We're gonna have our conversations. This is the pre-show. We're gonna watch the Xbox Game Showcase into the Starfield Direct, and then we're gonna have a post-show where we talk about everything that we saw today. So if you are excited, hit that like button, share it out. Let's get this party going. There's a ton of amazing people already in the chat hanging out. Appreciate all of you. I know a lot of amazing creators are streaming this. It's a big deal. So a lot of the known quantities are out there, doing what they do best, making these showcases fun. So I appreciate all of you tuning into my show over here and my new little channel. Appreciate it a lot. So to set the tone here for the people tuning in live, let me know in the chat where your energy's at. How hyped are you? Is this a 10 out of 10 hype, or are you cautiously optimistic? I've seen some people come out on social media and say, I want to be excited, but Xbox has hurt me in the past, so I don't know where to be. And then I've seen people on the complete opposite end of the spectrum saying, baby, let's go. This show is going to be out of control. And, just Aaron Greenberg said to have a spare pair of pants ready. So what I got? I got these. I got my britches on deck here. So the real test is, am I going to need them? All right, Aaron? You made it seem like I might need them, but will I actually need to change my pants? That's the theme of this show. And there are a lot of amazing people on the ground in LA talking to folks like Aaron Greenberg, Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond. A lot of the key players of Xbox are telling fans and professionals in the industry to get excited, to be excited. So there is this unusual sense of confidence from Xbox that's exciting. It's a good time to be an Xbox fan because Xbox seems more confident in this show than at least the last several. And there's potential for this show to be one of their greatest shows of all time. And that's a lot. That's a big expectation. But when you have key people saying, all right, guys, don't temper those expectations, get riled up, get excited. To me, that says a lot because Xbox, more than a lot of other brands, is very in tune with its audience and very in tune with the community. And you just had Phil Spencer come out and address Redfall and some of the negativity surrounding the brand. And he understood that some fans were disappointed in Xbox. So they know what the optics are going into this show. So for them to have this energy, have this sense of confidence, suggests that they are going to have some slappers, y'all. Some big old bops. And again, like I said, most of the show hasn't leaked, but I've had people DMing me and calling me and jumping in party chats with me and teasing what could be, teasing what they've heard, telling me what they've heard. And, again, even if 50% of that is even true, it's going to be an outstanding show. I've done my predictions video. I did the predictions along with our team over at Windows Central. So I've shared what to expect. And even my most reserved expectations for this show are a very good show. Will it be the best show ever? I don't know. But at bare minimum, I cannot imagine this being anything less than a very good show. And if Xbox can have a very good show right now, that'll shift the conversations away from ABK, away from Redfall, and towards the future of the games coming. We have Starfield on the horizon. We have Forza Motorsport coming. And then we want to know what's coming beyond that. We want to know what big games are coming. Holiday 2023, Q1 2024. And I think we're going to get a better idea of what those could be. And I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited, y'all. Let's get into it. We are about 20 minutes out. So if you have any comments, questions you want read, drop them in the chat. I will jump on those. Let me see. We got Novat. Sorry if I butchered that. It says, I'm tempering my excitement. It's Xbox, so you never know. They have been known to clutch defeat from the jaws of victory. That's a common theme I'm seeing on social media is right now, after the PlayStation Showcase, after Summer Game Fest, Xbox is poised for a slam dunk. They're poised for just a backboard shattering slam dunk. And a lot of people look at that and say, I don't know if they're actually going to do it. They might brick it. You know, they might fumble the easy alley-oop. And again, Xbox has had a history of over-promising and under-delivering in a lot of ways. And I think they are very painfully aware of that this year more than any other because of the negative optics surrounding Xbox. So again, I get sucked into the hype. I get sucked into the excitement every year because I like it. It's fun. It's fun to get out here and think about the wild possibilities, think about what could be there, and just get lost in the magic and the moment. But on the other side, I also am very good about, you know, understanding the reality of development, understanding the reality of these showcases, what goes into it, how much work is required from a team to actually get a gameplay slice. But still, I want what a lot of us want, I think, is that moment that's for us. That special magical trailer or reveal where we see a game that we've wanted, we've begged for, or something we never even imagined, and we see it, and it speaks to us and who we are and what we like to play. And we all want those. We all want those moments. And if Xbox can deliver a few of those for a bunch of different people at this show, that's a W. That's a big win. So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited for this show. And again, I don't want to overhype this, but the reality is this. I talked about this last year, and I can't wait for people to clip me after the show if it doesn't deliver. But last year I talked about 2023 being Xbox's best chance to have that E3 of dreams. E3, RIP, God bless its soul. It's probably gone forever. But in 2016, PlayStation had the E3 of dreams where Final Fantasy was there. All of these mega massive games were in one show, and it was just this, oh my God, overwhelming gauntlet of just games that everyone wanted. Games that people wanted, games that people didn't know they wanted. It all came together and coalesced into this unmatched showcase. And since then, everyone's been chasing that, wondering whether PlayStation can ever top that again, wondering whether Nintendo or Xbox can deliver a show on that caliber. And I talked about this last year, but 2023 on paper was their best opportunity to do that, with Avowed, with Hellblade 2, with Fable, with Everwild, State of Decay 3, Perfect Dark. All of these things that are possibilities to be shown at today's show could be that mythical E3 of dreams for Xbox. And the fact that they're doing the glitter tease, which that's been debated, but that feels like a pretty obvious nod to Halo or Fable in my eyes, coupled with this confidence from everyone involved. People I don't see normally getting involved with the conversations from Xbox or on social media saying, get ready. Sarah Bond every single day has just been teasing and teasing and teasing. So I want to see what this is culminating to, because again, Xbox is in tune. They don't... Obviously, it's in their best interest to hype the show and get as many people watching the show as possible. But they also, as Phil Spencer said, hate to disappoint fans. And I think that's why they've been so cautious to, ahead of shows, saying, you know, Aaron Greenberg's infamous temper expectations tweets. We didn't get one this year. We got the opposite, saying, I ain't tempering anything, all right? Get ramped up, get riled up, let's go. So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. Nick W says, I'm hyped. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 hype. I've seen a lot of people 10 out of 10 or beyond. I'll be honest, if we get Avowed, Fable, and Hellblade 2, if we get those three, and two of those have a release window-ish, oh baby, that's already a 9.5 show for me. And then you give me one big surprise, one little sprinkle of something I didn't expect. Boom, we're there. But those are the games I want. Avowed, And Hellblade 2 and Fable are all some of my most anticipated games right now, generally speaking. If we get an update for Everwild, oh man, this is a that's it. But we got what, between the Xbox Game Showcase and the Starfield Direct, 2 hours. We got 2 hours to hang out here and just absorb these reveals, take it all in, and I'm ready. So before we get into the show, with your help, I want to test some audio levels and make sure we're good. Make sure you guys can hear the trailers well enough, and make sure I'm not too loud or it's not too loud. So I'm going to play this little John Carpenter's Toxic Commando trailer while I ramble over some stuff, and let me know if this is a good balance for the show. Because, I want to share in the reveal and moment, but I don't want to speak over everything, but I want to have, things heard. So let me know how this balance is, if I need to go up, if the trailer needs to go down.
On my mark.
I forgot, that's licensed music. Probably shouldn't use that, but whatever. It's too late now. We're doomed. We've cursed it. Demonetized instantly. We got Guess Who saying Transformers Rise of the Beast was on point for me this week, and now the Xbox Showcase is going to do the same. Mad hype for today. Yes, let's go. Transformers Beast Wars. Growing up, that was the toy. Like, I wasn't huge into Transformers, but I was huge into Transformers Beast Wars. Or a cheetah that can turn into a robot. Oh, dang. A gorilla that can turn into a robot. Ooh, man, let's go. All right, people seem to be happy with the levels. Perfect. Awesome. Well, with that being said, we got 13 minutes. 13 minutes until the big show, and I'm feeling it, Every single year, as we get closer and closer to the day, I get more and more excited. I woke up this morning amped, energized, ready to rock and roll. And I was up earlier than usual, getting myself all ready, getting the stream all set up and I wasn't tired. I'm still riding that high. I'm hoping to be riding that high for the rest of the day, and I'm hoping that Xbox really delivers this year. And there's a chance that they really, really do. Cade says, I keep my expectations in check and go in with an open mind. That's a fair place to be. That's the best way to not be disappointed. And that's the kind of the balance that I have to straddle, because I'm a hopeless optimist in a lot of ways. So I like to get lost in what could be, lost in the wild possibilities of transformative game reveals and stunning game worlds. But also, I work in the games industry, so I need to have a balanced perspective when I talk about this, talk about what could be there, talk about, evaluating the show on the other side. What was there? What wasn't there? How did this deliver for Xbox as a brand? How did this deliver for fans? So that's a healthy place to be. Again, I lean more towards just riling myself way up, getting all jacked up and jazzed, and then on the other side, I have to be like, okay, I know Phantom Dust wasn't there. I know Everwild wasn't there, but it was still a good show, okay? Oh, yes. But again, there's a couple things specifically that I'm not going to mention. At this point, I'm not mentioning anything that's officially been revealed or covered. Because if you want to know, you've seen it. If you've been on social media, you've already seen it. But I'm not, at this point, going to talk about anything that will definitely be there that's been leaked. But I've had people talk to me and say, hey, Miles, I've heard something for you is going to be there. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I can't buy into it. All right. I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to set myself up to get hurt. And they're like, I don't know, man. I'm hearing that this thing that you've been wanting is there. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Don't do that to me. Don't you dare do that to me. So I'm curious to see what we get delivered, and if you're going to have a Miles loses his mind moment. All right. And I'm hoping for a bunch of those. So as we get closer to the show, in the chat, let me know what you think is going to open the show, and let me know what you think is going to close the show. And third, what the biggest surprise reveal of the show is going to be. For me, I'm torn on what's going to open. I think it's either going to be Avowed, Fable, or Hellblade 2. It's a cop-out picking 3, but I really think it's going to be one of those 3 things to set the tone. And then I think the other 2 will be sprinkled throughout the middle. And I'm hoping that the finale, before we head into the Starfield Direct, is a brand new reveal. brand new reveal that just gets us excited, shows us something we either have wanted. It would be amazing if it was a hyper fan service moment like a Banjo-Kazooie or a Killer Instinct or something like that that fans have been just begging for. But I want to see some new reveal to end the show because, again, I'm of the camp that Fable's been teased, obviously teased. So for me, that doesn't feel like a good climax to the show because it seems like we already know it's going to be there more or less. And I'm also of the camp that if Fable isn't there, I will be shocked and stunned. I will be flabbergasted, if you will, if Fable isn't there. Nick says Hellblade 2 opens the show. A Hellblade 2 release window, especially if they say holiday 2023 for Hellblade 2. Ooh, y'all been wanting release dates? Y'all want to know when these big games are coming? We're going to start the show letting you know when one of our biggest games is coming, and it's coming very, very soon. That, again, that's why I'm torn between Avowed. Avowed gameplay would be a huge way to start the show. Fable, another huge way to start the show in terms of what fans want to see. Fans want to see updates for these, but a lot of fans have been saying, when are we playing these games? You've given us updates for things like Hellblade 2. You've given us updates for other games, but when exactly are we playing these games? So if they can start the show with Hellblade 2 with the release window, that's a strong way to do it. That's a really strong way to do it. Navat says, personally for me, God Howard needs to just show up and it'll be the best showcase this year. I would be willing to bet you 25 Crunchwrap Supremes that we will see Todd Howard at the Starfield Direct. So I think your dreams are coming true. I think you're going to see the man, the myth, the legend, God Howard, hopefully sporting a nice, crisp leather jacket, hopefully looking fresh and excited for Starfield. And I'm really excited to see more details on the gameplay and, most importantly, whether or not this is going to be 60 FPS. Going into the Starfield Direct, I think that's the biggest question surrounding Starfield is, will this maybe the biggest Xbox game release of the last several years, will it be 60 FPS on Xbox Series X? So going into the show, talking to the community, and one thing that has popped up a lot is people want to see gameplay that's indicative of the Xbox hardware. Historically, Xbox has leaned into PC builds that are representative of what the Xbox version should look like, but after the Redfall debacle, a lot of people are looking at that and saying, all right, well, now we want to see it running on the Series X. Because you showed us this game running at 60 FPS, and that's not what we got on the console version. Sure, we know the 60 FPS version is coming down the road, but that wasn't representative of the experience that we got on console. So a lot of people want to see gameplay on Xbox hardware, and I'm hoping they can lean into that with Starfield. Because it's weird. We've seen third-party publishers do a better job than Xbox. Diablo 4, we saw gameplay over a year before launch for Diablo 4 running on Xbox Series X. And we don't even get that for first-party Xbox games. So it's interesting, and I'm hoping that Xbox does a better job of showing console players what they can expect from these big games. We got Matt Valdez in the chat, Nick W, Guess Who, Novit, Kyle. Appreciate all of you. If you're having a good time, hit that like button, smash it, rip it off. You know the drill. We're getting there. We're just a few minutes out. We are just a few minutes out from the big show. 7 minutes from Xbox Game Showcase 2023. And I'm ready. I'm beyond ready. And I'm hoping that probably the two most important moments of the show are the beginning and the end. Because the beginning sets the tone, lets people know, okay, what should I be expecting? And the end should leave fans discussing the reveal, discussing the moment, having the conversation continue after the big reveal. So those two moments in my eyes are the most important. I think the end being the most important because that's what you leave everyone with. That is the crescendo. That is the thing that you want people to be discussing. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth at Summer Game Fest did a really good job of, quieting a lot of the other complaints about the show. It was the biggest moment. A lot of people were instantly talking about that, and it overshadowed a lot of the slower moments of Summer Game Fest. So the finale can do a lot for a show. If you have an amazing show and a weak finale, it's not a deal breaker. People will still be excited, but that finale is such an important moment. And Aaron Greenberg, again, He's not tempering expectations, and has come out and said that the show is great from start to finish. So he seemingly addressed some of the pacing concerns from previous shows and saying, all right, from beginning to end, this is a good show. Suggesting there's no lulls. So we're going to be just fed, all right? We're going to be just fed. So going into the show, as we have a few minutes left, I want to know your dream announcement. Drop your dream announcement in the chat. What is the thing, the reveal, the new game, the new IP, the new idea that's going to get you standing up out of your seat and screaming into the sky? What is that moment? Ghost Fixer says, what color is Todd's jacket going to be? I'm going to say that creamy caramel brown. That the inside of just a Twix. That smooth, almost camel brown. Just that he's going to be rocking that with a crisp blue undershirt. That's my prediction for Todd's drip. The most important prediction is what Todd is going to look like for the Starfield Direct. And one thing I also really want to see is a reaction from people who are going to see this in theaters. Because if you didn't know, Fathom Events is hosting the Xbox Game Showcase and Starfield Direct. You can go to a movie theater near you and watch this big show, which I'm excited to see the reaction from people who saw it in theaters. If that increased the energy, that increased the excitement, because it's infectious to go and share these events in person. Like when I went to the Game Awards last year, man, that's such a different experience. There's people just, you can feel the energy of the crowd. You can feel the energy you can feel someone else's excitement, and it's contagious. Even if there were games that I normally wouldn't be that excited about, that I was feeling it because the people around me were incredibly excited, and that's the beauty of these in-person events. So I'm excited to see Xbox offer that in more ways than just being there in person in LA for FanFest. We got some Pipe Dream, but new Dante's Inferno, or just a remake from Navit. Blood Wolf Reaper, not new, but Fable Remastered Collection will get me screaming. That's a big one that's been floating around. The Fable Collection, the Gears Collection. Will we see those? Will they say, hey, Fable's not coming in 2023. It's coming beyond that. My expectation or prediction is maybe holiday 2024 for Fable. So maybe they say, all right, this is a little ways off. Here's a taste of what the game is, but to tide you over, here is that Fable collection. Or here's or they're going to do a staggered release of Fable remasters. Something like that I think would be great. People are speculating that for Gears as well. If they do a Gear 6 reveal, and they say, boom, here's a tease for what Gear 6 is. They show us that Unreal Engine 5 footage, and we go, oh, yeah, when can we play it? And they say, I don't know. But here's the Marcus Phoenix collection that you've been clamoring for. I think that's a good way to do it as well. Ooh, super chat from Amin Bambrick says, if they have the entire 2 hours of the showcase as just the Splinter Cell trailer on repeat, I will give this showcase a 20 out of 10. So Amin, ready for that Splinter Cell. Want some Splinter Cell. We have Ubisoft Forward next week as well. So between the Xbox show, between Ubisoft Forward, will Amin get the Splinter Cell trailer they so desperately need in their lives? I know Randall Thor 19, big Splinter Cell fan. He's been hoping and clamoring to get a look at what the new Splinter Cell is going to be. Yeah, Xbox, I think, is going to have a handful of big, very, very big third-party games, because as much as we're focused on first-party as Xbox fans, third-party games can carry more weight in a lot of cases, as we've seen with releases like Hogwarts Legacy that just dominate sales, dominate the conversations, and everyone's playing it. So a big brand association to a major third-party game can do some numbers. And I would love to see Xbox secure Monster Hunter World 2, or whatever the sequel to Monster Hunter World from Capcom is. If they can have that at their show, ooh-wee, that's a big one. That's because they've been leaning heavily into Monster Hunter through Xbox Game Pass. Capcom clearly is happy because Monster Hunter World was in Game Pass. Monster Hunter Rise launched in Game Pass. So Capcom sees some brand synergy between Xbox Game Pass and Monster Hunter. So a Monster Hunter World 2 in Game Pass drop, that's good. And then they could do Capcom has a show on Monday. They can do a deeper dive into the gameplay on Monday for that. Ooh. Kyle says the closest theater to him is 2.5 hours away that's doing the show. Yeah, I don't blame you for not going. That's a trek. I'm not making that drive myself, all right? Super chat from Nick W says Fallout New Vegas 2 reveal would be awesome. Yeah, I'm curious to see if we get some Fallout. Are they going to give us a Fallout New Vegas reveal, give us Fallout 4 remastered in Xbox Game Pass to tide us over, current gen version of Fallout 4? Are we going to get that? That can be a little sprinkle in there. Are they going to do a little Game Pass sizzle reel, which I guarantee they're going to do. But I also want to see Xbox lean heavily into Japanese support this year. And we know of a couple things that were leaked. Again, I'm not going to talk about them ahead of the show for people going in blind, but we do know there will be a couple standout moments. But I also think outside of that, we're going to see a lot more Japanese developers and creators involved with the Xbox show. And one of those I would love to see is Kojima. I want to see the big Xbox Kojima reveal. And I want it to be that horror game. Oh, we got the countdown. All right, we got the premiere countdown popping. So again, if levels are off, let me know. I will happily adjust that. Want to make sure this is a enjoyable experience for everyone involved. But I'm ready. We got 30 seconds from this Xbox show, so we're getting into the weeds. We're getting into the meat here. Oh man. Last minute to stretch. Oh yeah. Whew. Oh, here it is. Here it is. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the Xbox Game Showcase 2023 begin. Adult content. What's the big
we're finally doing this, are we? Because I was going to make a sandwich.
Oh!
Okay. Let's do it. What do I think about heroes? Well, we've all seen them, haven't we?
They're starting
Swanning
with
about
Fable.
the place
Yes, let's go.
with their disproportionately high cheekbones and comically massive weapons.
Wanker.
Roughing up bandits, because they like to rough up bandits, don't they? Living it up with the common folk every single night. On a day-to-day basis, I'd say the true hero's me, someone who's breaking new ground with fruit, with veg, on the agricultural side of things.
Oh, okay. I'm loving that they're leaning into the
Not
comedy.
wafting around.
People were
mythical
worried that might get
creatures.
lost, but
And that's what they are. Wafters.
Yeah, well done.
You see, I'm not here to slay legendary beasts. I'm here to conquer the vegetable, not a euphemism. Let's face it, the age of heroes is over. This is the age of innovation. This, if you will, is the age of death. One moment. This is awkward.
Yeah.
oh man, I'll admit this looks way different than I was expecting.
Oh,
Oh yes. Oh man, that. Okay, that was a fantastic way to start the show. That was way more Fable than I was expecting.
World premiere.
Oh, world premiere. New reveal? Oh god. Oh no. What are they doing? Yeah, and Compulsion? Playground and Compulsion back to back? Oh. I love this stop animation art style. This looks incredible.
Death don't have no mercy in this land. You don't have no mercy in this land. You come to your house and it won't stay long. You look in the bed and somebody be gone. You don't have no mercy in this land.
Shaking bones. Been a while. So, you remember that favor you owe me?
Well, Aaron Greenberg stated that pretty much everything would be
I'm
in
looking for a
engine
creature.
or, you know,
You
gameplay with
sneaky
cinematics. So my question
teeth
is
like
this
knives?
what the in-game animation is? Because this is impressive. If so,
No? Well, hey, how about you guys? No? Nobody?
ooh, things are getting spooky.
Not helpful.
Ooh, things are getting spooky.
Sneaky.
Well, you come to your house and it won't stay long. Well, you look in the bed and somebody'll be gone.
Loved everything about that. That the atmosphere, the energy of that, the art direction, compulsion, baby. Let's go. Damn. I've been very excited to see what they've been cooking.
World premiere.
Oh, they're front loading the hell out of the show. They're stacking it. Holy.
These are dangerous times. At least that's what I hear. The Empire?
Oh,
They're everywhere.
the Ubisoft Star Wars game? Oh, word?
But the world here belongs to the syndicates. If I want to survive, I have to play their game. Looks like I'm all in.
She's in here somewhere.
On second thought, I'm out.
There she is.
I've been held back my whole life.
So far, incredibly strong start to this
And
show.
now, I just need a chance to finally be free. Wherever that takes me.
Well, definitely not an exclusive.
I'm here to offer you a
I
way
mean-
out, okay?
People always want some new Star
Get
Wars.
off my ship, Jalen.
Give me a chance. You're gonna have to trust me. It'll be dangerous, risky. But if you pull this off, you'll never look over your shoulder again.
The underworld shows no mercy. But it's a big galaxy out there, and I'm gonna risk it all.
Star Wars Outlaws. Right? Well, Aaron Greenberg did specify that in terms of CGI, that was the Xbox front. So I don't know that that's in-engine. It didn't say. It looks, I would say, too good to be in-engine, but...
Wow. Fable, South of
Sarah
Midnight,
Bond on...
Star
yeah,
Wars
all right, let's
Outlaws.
go. Let's
Welcome
do it.
to our first ever double feature, the Xbox Game
Setting that
Showcase,
tone.
followed by a deep dive into one of the most important RPGs ever made.
Oh.
Starfield.
Ever, not just
Gaming
for
is
Bethesda.
the most powerful of all entertainment. It transports, it challenges, it connects us. and it's just incredibly and awesomely fun. That is why Team Xbox is committed to building the greatest place to play, by partnering with the most ambitious of game creators, and by unleashing the power of the gaming community, enabling all of us to play the games we want with our friends anywhere, from mobile devices to PCs to consoles. The lineup we have for you today is just incredible. These are the works of the very greatest creative teams from around the world. We made this show for you, the largest, most engaged, and globally diverse fan base in Xbox history. You are the heart and soul of Xbox. Your passion drives us, and you are the inspiration for the visionaries whose games we showcase
very epic,
today.
very dramatic.
From me and all of the team at Xbox, thank you. This next game is from Thunder Lotus, the award-winning studio behind Spiritfarer, who've gone back to their combat roots with an amazing co-op raid-focused action game that is uniquely theirs. All right, everybody, it's time.
World premiere.
World premiere. I unfortunately never played Spiritfarer, but heard excellent things. Co-op action game sounds more my speed, so I'm curious to see what this is. Wait, how many players is this? Okay, 33 player co-op. That's not a number you see every day. Okay, no matter how big your squad size is, you're covered. 33 player co-op. Let's go. All right, I'm in. Let's go. Combat looks great. I love a good isometric action game. 33 player co-op. That I'm very interested to see how that plays out.
All right, guys. It's a simple job.
Oh, Payday?
Just in and out.
Payday
Nothing
3?
to- Everybody hit the floor!
People love Payday. I play a lot of Payday 2, so I'm very curious to see what the ambition here is. Pulling some inspiration from Rainbow Six Siege, it looks like. Okay. They're gonna get the day one Game Pass drop though? That's the real question here. They didn't message this year saying that most of the games you'll see will be in Game Pass this time around, so it makes me feel like they're leaning heavily into third party. Payday 3. Oh, coming September. All right. Coming shortly after Starfield. All right. And oh, there it is. Day one Game Pass, baby. Let's go. That's a solid
World
Game Pass
premiere.
get. Oh, there's some of that Japanese creator love. Atlas. Let's go. Yeah, so this is, again, wasn't going to spoil this ahead of the show, but this was one of the things that the official Atlas Instagram accidentally posted a couple days ago. So that was a unfortunate oopsie on their part that took away a reveal from Xbox, but love seeing Atlas at an Xbox show. Love seeing Persona at an Xbox show. Persona 3 Reload. Long-rumored remake of Persona 3 confirmed coming early 2024. And there it is. Played day one Xbox Game Pass. That's splash. Woo! That's another really good... Oh. What do we got here? Is this... Oh, this is Avowed, son?
People don't like you very much, do they?
Oh, we getting
a
a lot of... So we got Fable and Avowed towards the front. This show's... This show's hitting, y'all. Obsidian, they continue to crush it. I trust Obsidian with any IP at this point.
That seems to be corrupting our very souls. You want us to trust you.
Yeah.
But the truth is...
Yeah, this is hitting, bruh. This is hitting. This is hitting.
Us. The way you fight. The power you wield. The secrets you keep. You're either here to save us.
Oh, yes.
Or destroy us. So now that you have all this power, what are you gonna do with it?
So far, Xbox has not overhyped this show at all. So far, this show is really, really good. Oh, yeah. Coming 2024. Yeah, son! Let's get it! I'm still hoping that hits first half of 2024, because, man, now more than ever, I need that game. I need it so bad. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, the new... Oh, some more Sea of Thieves collabs? I know some people don't really care about Sea of Thieves, but it's 100% my jam. Yes! Yes!
Welcome to the Scum Bar, the most notorious tavern on Melee Island. Wall-to-wall rogues and scoundrels.
So tell me, which ship is right for you? A big ship? A luxury ship? A ship with just a splash of je ne sais quoi?
The legend of Monkey Island. You mean Governor Guybrush. But Threepwood's not set foot out of that mansion for almost a year.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? I told you no autographs. Though I see you have a meet and greet ticket. And I guess it's not every day that you get to meet the mighty pirate Guybrush Threepwood, the legend of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's so good. There's been nods to Monkey Island in Sea of Thieves, but to see this crossover confirmed, so good. Pirates of the Caribbean was huge, but this is another really big pirate-centric franchise that's going to be perfect in Sea of Thieves.
Things may be very different from the Sea of Thieves, you know.
Well, hit the squad. We're jumping right back into Sea of Thieves, baby. Let's go. Is this... I assume this is the new season. Give me that date. Yes! July 20th. Oh, man. Sea of Thieves continues to hit,
World
bruh.
premiere.
Bruh. Xbox Game Studios world premiere. Another world premiere? My nose is running. I'm sorry. A soap? Microsoft Flight Sim? Was not expecting that. Oh. Well, I don't know if this is a new project or a substantial update to Flight Sim, but I like the idea of more like actual gameplay focused elements of it. I'm still having a hard time believing we're only 20 minutes into this show. Two of the things that, you know, some people suggested might end the show, being Avowed and Fable, are already here. So, Xbox, feed me, all right? Keep it coming. Flight Sim, not necessarily my jam, but man, this game looks so good. This is such a showcase of what video game tech can be in the right hands. Ooh, hot air balloon trips with the squad? Let's go. Oh, it is a new one. Oh. They're keeping it going. All right, good on them. They used to do one annually, so it's cool to see that come back and be a consistent part of Xbox again. Oh, this is part... Okay, this is part of Microsoft Flight Sim. Oh, word? Oh, man. The Dune and Microsoft Flight Simulator crossover. Nobody saw it coming.
Hi, Melina here, speaking to you from our performance capture stage at Ninja Theory, where we have just wrapped our shoots for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. When we first showed gameplay for Hellblade 2, it was a look at some of the game's cinematic and immersive action, where Senua faced off against a gigantic troll on the Icelandic coastline.
Oh, I remember. Oh, I remember.
Today, we're taking you deeper into Senua's story, her personal quest, her unique perspective on the world, and the intimate journey that awaits you in Senua's Saga. What you'll see today is all captured by the team on Xbox Series X.
Yes! I did it! Oh, okay, let's go. Let's get it, son! Hellblade 2 on Xbox Series X. We got the Holy Trinity. We got Hellblade 2, Avowed, and Fable. So this is a 10. Maybe this is a 10.
Through her soul, following the threads of her mind.
She's here to find them. The ones who hide. She needs their help with a promise. A question. But it's never so simple, is it? Wisdom has a price. There's always a part of you that changes. A part of you that darkens. And a part of you that dies.
Over there, that pool. I can feel them. Feel them everywhere. The lost ones. They are watching us. You should never have come here. They can see us.
What is going to happen? It's time to find out. How can we make it happen?
It's time to find out. Why are they watching?
It's time to find out.
What are they waiting for?
Senwa, what are you waiting for?
I'm here.
This looks... Oh my god, this looks so out of control.
Where are they?
Where are you?
What do they want?
I don't like it.
I'm scared.
This is too
Bad woman.
Their eyes.
everywhere. Can feel them boring into her.
Witch.
What is she supposed to do? Do something.
Ask them.
What do you want me to do?
Our soul fought through hell to find us.
You were lost. Not anymore.
Are you ready for what you will find here?
What we will find.
What if it's all for nothing? What is that? There. They are waiting. There.
It's them.
It's you.
What will they do to her?
What will we do to us?
Touch it.
Feel
You're mine.
your voices.
All the parts
I know
of
it's
you
not
that
60,
are
but
broken.
man, the
You
fidelity
can't
that they've managed to
All the
deliver.
grief, all the rage.
All the fear.
Everything I've seen, everything I've done has led me to this place.
We've come so far.
Not far enough. Say it.
You are ready.
Tell them.
I am here. Now.
What if we get lost forever?
What will happen to them?
What will happen to you?
I will not let them down.
She is ready. They know.
Go.
Who are these around you, Senua?
They could end the show right here, right here, and it would be the best, one of the best Xbox shows of all time. This first 30 minutes is one of the best Xbox shows ever. My goodness, they are bringing it. This is relentless. Holy shit. Oh, I love the Austin Powers gag that they're rolling with here.
Oh my god! A stranger!
Oh, is he coming to the U.S., dude? Yeah.
Hang loose, bro.
Okay.
俺がどうかしたのか?
What is... Oh.
Huh? Huh?
That's my question. What the hell is going on in this trailer? Like a dragon, infinite wealth. Let's go. Early 2024. They're cranking those out. It's impressive. Oh, we getting some Bethesda at the Xbox Game Showcase. Fallout 76 update, okay. Wasn't sure if we'd get it this year, but it seems like, yeah, we're getting it.
Plucked from post-atomic blight, the fruit of years of prudent progress and determined reclamation, and 15 million dwellers worth of keen imagination. From the heart of West Virginia to the depths of the pit.
Well, we owe it all to Vault 76.
No matter if you roam alone or spend your time with friends, you'll find a home in Appalachia where the good times never end. There are relics to uncover from a time before the war, along with loads of friendly folks to meet and enemies galore. Our world is always changing. Greater foes are overthrown as we embark on expeditions.
We do have to give Fallout 76 some credit for continually investing and updating the game. Seems like it does have a good, passionate community of folks who want to play, despite the unimpressive launch. So
for an escape of Epicurean bliss. Put your rad shield on and fix your hair up pretty, because we're headed for the boardwalk of Atlantic City. So there you have it. Now you know. There's a million ways to make the wasteland your waste home. And when you hear adventure calling, when you're looking for some kicks, answer the call of Vault.
Answer the call of Vault.
Answer the call of Vault 76. Play it now with Xbox Game Pass.
Atlantic City DLC coming soon. Not quite Fallout New Vegas 2,
World premiere.
What's going on here? What's happening? This doesn't look like Monster Hunter World 2, but... Whatever this is, I'm into it. I'm feeling it. Man, Capcom, why you gotta be so good right now? Why you gotta keep bringing it? This is not a Capcom joint I was expecting. Of the Goddess. Game Pass? Another Capcom Game Pass drop? Ooh! You love to see it. Capcom and Xbox. What a dream team. What a dream collab right there.
General Motors' historic commitment to performance is embodied in two of its iconic brands, Chevrolet, and Cadillac. The
Getting that
V-Series.R
Forza Motorsport
elevates
release
Cadillac's
date.
competitive spirit to a whole new level with its thunderous V8 and hybrid power. The legendary Corvette has been a celebrated champion for decades. The all-new Chevrolet Corvette E-Ray continues that tradition. General Motors is proud to usher in a new era of competition with the innovators behind the new Forza Motorsport.
Forza Motorsport and General Motors are pairing their strengths in technical excellence and sophisticated modern design to take bold steps into the future and bring that experience to gamers. I'm thrilled to welcome the Cadillac V-Series.R and the Corvette E-Ray to the home of competition.
Hey, brand new car reveals. There we go. That's the Xbox energy we've been missing, all right? Bring out some god-darn cars on stage.
I know you're ready. You've got this. Let's tweak the car's performance for the next one.
Okay. Sim fans are definitely invested in the Xbox ecosystem. Flight Sim and Forza Motorsport being the premier flying and driving sims.
That was your best lap yet.
This is my timeline.
October 10th, baby. Forza Motorsport confirmed. So we got September Starfield, Forza in October. Hellblade was 2024, so the dream of it coming this holiday season, that's dead. That's gone. But there's still hope. There's still hope for something.
I have seen all that ever was, and all that ever will be. I have seen betrayal.
Oh, is this Elder Scrolls Online?
Endurance.
I assume?
Ambition and courage. I am the one who knows.
So Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online, both here, both showing up. So it really makes me wonder if we're going to get an update for Halo Infinite here as well.
For perhaps the first time in my unending existence, I feel disconnected from fate's flow. Unseen forces move against me, hungry for forbidden knowledge. A mystery long kept hidden. A secret that threatens to unravel reality itself.
These are honestly kind of nice palate cleansers while I try to mentally catch up with all of the reveals. I'm already going through and trying to remember what we've seen so far, because it's been pretty non-stop and a lot of big announcements.
Protect the secret. Save Tamriel.
June 20th, Elder Scrolls Online DLC!
CSIS Unit 37. Toronto is under attack.
Overwatch 2.
Null Sector.
There's something different about Null Sector this time.
New character,
They're
new
taking
game
over
mode?
most of the city and they're rounding up Omnics. They need our help.
People are answering Vincent's recall. This new blood on the team. And we have so much to teach them.
If we can stop Null Sector, maybe we can save the city.
So I wonder if this is their answer to the story content people have been asking for.
As if I didn't have
There was all the
enough
drama
problems
earlier
already.
this year when they canceled the overarching campaign, more or less.
So we fly up there, smash through anything that gets in our way, and put another business.
I hate to interrupt the moment, but I'm picking up reports of more attacks in other cities.
It's a fight, they
It seems like this will
I say, let's
deliver
give it
something
to
for
them.
fans who want that.
Engage. Target mark.
Time to create peace with bullets. Greetings.
Oh, yeah! Boom!
The world is counting on us.
A new adventure begins August 10th. Oh, there we go.
Let's go.
Shall we do this together?
Fight with me!
Engaging.
Watch this! I saw that. Not bad.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are they? These characters are all revealed. Xbox
World
Game
premiere.
Pass.
What is this place?
I mean, it's
Looks like
it's
we're in
pretty
a palace.
awesome that
What
there
was
were
going on?
two big
Who are these people?
Persona reveals
No
at an
idea.
Xbox
But if
show.
they're attacking us, our only choice is fighting back. Hey,
Not
look
something
over
I
there.
would have had on my bingo card this
Can you
year,
get
but
us
really
outta
cool
here?
to see.
So you're telling me you're thieves who steal hearts, and you just happened to stumble into this world? The Rebel Corps will always help the Phantom Thieves, just as the Phantom Thieves have helped the Rebel Corps. Never forget that we're a united force who can rely on each other.
I will admit, I am very far behind on
Haven't made
Persona.
my
I'm
subjects. But you're just a matter of
very, very far behind.
Unfortunately, returning will be no easy feat.
Somewhere deep inside, I know you realize things can't go on like this. So, will you take a stand beside us?
Yeah, let's show them what we got.
Persona 5 Tactica. Oh, there we go. There's a November game for Xbox. And here, get ready for it. Oh, we getting it? Boom. Day one. 2 day one Persona drops for Xbox Game Pass. Again, really showing their commitments to Japanese publishers. I like it. I appreciate it.
Humanity has always hunted for knowledge.
We
in
getting
the
that
unknown.
Starfield trailer ahead of the big showcase.
The wonder is not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it.
I was kind of hoping they would do a trailer during the show to get people excited to go watch the Starfield Direct.
We're all here because we're committed to the biggest question of all. What's out there?
I mean, it's easily the best looking Bethesda
You're part of
game. I've
Constellation
seen people pick apart the
Part of
graphics
our
a little
family.
bit, especially with the NPCs, but I mean, visually, it looks really impressive.
We do not fully understand all that is at work here.
No finer group in the stars to be unraveling this mystery.
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain.
Grab jump is ready. I love this part.
These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Human settlements throughout the galaxy could be at risk.
Oh? Yeah. Losing that stream? Rip. R.I.P. Okay. Oopsie. I wonder if they're smashing some numbers.
We are
Smashing
not
some
stopping.
records for viewers.
Whatever lies at the end of this road will change humanity forever. This is where we belong.
This is a very good Starfield trailer. Definitely the best Starfield trailer we've seen, so let's go. September 6th. Cool. That was a good play. That was a smart move. Glad they did that.
World premiere.
World premieres for days. Cliffhanger the video game? Oh, okay. Don't know. Really cool to see them branch out. They've been doing a lot of wildly different genres than we're used to seeing them do. I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. Some of these atmospheres remind me of Record a little bit. Not in a bad way. I think this universe looks really interesting. Excellent. Fall 2023. Oh, day one Xbox. Yeah, all right, so Xbox is still making sure there's a stacked slate for the rest of this year for Game Pass.
World premiere.
What do we got going on here? We got going on right here. Still Wakes the Deep. Okay. All right, a little isolation horror game. Yeah. Now we're talking. We're at the more atmospheric part of the show. But I do really appreciate the diverse slate of games that they bring to these shows. I always talk about a good show just needs to have a standout moment or two for everyone. And that's hard to do, striking that balance, but Dungeons of Hinterberg. So they are. Almost everything we've seen has been in Game Pass. So definitely a big component of the show.
Hi.
Keanu, you son of a gun.
To be returning as Johnny Silverhand in the upcoming expansion for Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty. This new adventure reunites Johnny and V on a dangerous spy mission and introduces Idris Elba as secret agent Solomon Reed. It's really amazing to share the screen with you, Idris. It's cool to be a part of this game with you, man. As a player, you'll get to visit Dogtown, an unexplored part of Night City, and rescue the President of the new United States of America. Expect a massive expansion. Twists, secrets, and plenty of stuff to do. I know the team at CD Projekt Red just keeps raising the bar when it comes to telling cinematic stories in video games. And I really can't wait for you to play it on Xbox Series X and S. But enough talking. I'm guessing you want to see for yourself, and so it is my honor and pleasure to give you and introduce the official trailer for Phantom Liberty. Check it out.
God. Oh, Keanu, you freaking legend. You lovable dork.
There's gotta be a way out of this.
Johnny. I'm dying. There's nothing can stop that.
V. My name is Songbird. I'm an NUS intelligence analyst. I know about the bomb ticking in your head. And I can save your life.
What's the catch?
I need you to get to Dogtown.
Attention all Dogtown residents. The President managed to crash her Space Force One into our humble district.
Now I wonder if the original Cyberpunk is going to sneak its way into Xbox Game Pass.
Sleeper agents. Time to wake them up.
So NUSA's tossing us back into the fray, huh?
Stay sharp. We're in the wolf's den now.
Get Myers out of there.
Time to evac.
Her safety is the top priority.
Shit! They catch us out here, we're dead.
Wait, hear that?
God almighty! It's moving! Run! This way! Quick!
Someone ratted us out.
You know, V, treason ain't ever black and white.
It's a charade, V.
Wherever she goes, people get hurt. Bodies drop.
Just want what Songbird promised me. The cure.
Situation's changed. Need to know if you're with me.
Illusion of freedom draws in the desperate. Pick your truth, V.
Come on, got iron in your head. Gotta put it to someone's head. Pull the trigger.
If I don't do anything, and do it soon, I'll die.
September 26th. All right, cool. Is this a new Sim City? Or what's the modern equivalent? I'm so out of the loop now. I feel like there is one that is that, but you know, for the old heads, it's all about that Sim City. That's it. City Skylines. That's the one I was trying to think of. City Skylines 2 coming October 24th. Another Game Pass one, yeah. Xbox really wants to suck in that sim audience. Want to make sure they're locked into Xbox Game Pass.
World premiere.
Wait, more Atlas? Oh, hot damn.
僕を覚えてるか？
国民の信託を最も集めし者が次なる王となる資格を得るものとする。陛下のお命が奪われるなど。
汝定めを課せられし子よ、憂いを抱える旅人よ。
こいつが俺の凱旋者だ。
果たして誰が次の
A whole lot of Atlas and Xbox going on.
内なる英雄の姿に変われと。
真の王を志すならば打ち勝ってみせよ。
僕のいる世界の出来事は君にとっては絵空の子。
まさか人間？
この国は今有史以来の危機にさらされている。どうやら面白い力を手にしたようだ。
主君に捧げると決めた覚悟そのものだ。
これこそ人間の真実だ。
道は二つに一つ。
またあったね。やはり君は興味深い。
今こそあんた自身がそうなる前
正義かどうかじゃない。
誰もが恐れと不安に負けそうで。
理想を貫け。
何が正しいのかわからない。
全ての始まりはあなたの持つ小説。
幻想はただの絵空事なんかじゃない。
Oh, a new Atlas RPG IP. Metaphor Rifantasio.
World premiere.
The hits don't stop coming. Oh, Xbox Game Studios. Oh, this is the Stoic project.
Humanity's cities have fallen. Our
Yes.
people's only means of survival is to seek sanctuary here, in the Belfry. You must explore this world to find the origins of this evil.
Art style looks incredible.
And bring hope back to our people.
Co-op? Oh, yeah! Ooh, a little side-scrolling co-op action? A class-based RPG with the squad?
Together, you can save humanity.
Towerborn. Give me that date. Come on, baby. Hit me with that date. Aw, 2024. All right, let's go. I'm here. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that.
World premiere.
And Compulsion and In Exile. In-game footage and cinematics. Oh, let's see what In Exile's been cooking.
This city is a miracle of progress. A finely tuned, delicately balanced machine. But it only takes one rebellious little gear to ruin everything.
This reminds me of Bioshock Infinite a little bit in terms of the setting, which is very interesting.
If you alter our
You got
past,
In Exile with the first person game?
if you threaten what I have built, there is nowhere in space or time where I will not destroy you.
Okay.
Oh no. What did I do?
Any last words before my friend puts one in your scalp?
Yes! Clockwork Revolution, In Exile. I respect the hell out of that. Coming in due time. It'll come when it's done, alright? More trailers need to slap that in there. It's coming at some point.
Thank you all for joining us. Today is a special day for me and the team. I'm excited to see 11 games showcased from our first-party studios. We opened with Fable from Playground Games, which will bring the franchise into the modern era while staying true to its British style and humor. Compulsion and In Exile shared their first original experiences since joining Xbox with South of Midnight and Clockwork Revolution. And we are thrilled at how Avowed is shaping up for release next year from the RPG masters at Obsidian. In addition to Avowed, our studios will deliver Hellblade 2, an all-new Microsoft Flight Simulator, Towerborn, and more in 2024. Later this month, players can look forward to Elder Scrolls Online Necrom and Sea of Thieves Monkey Island. As we look to holiday, we will launch Starfield and Forza Motorsport, both built for Xbox Series X, S, and PC. We are also honored to share 14 games today from our creative partners, like Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft Massive, in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, 33 Immortals from Thunder Lotus, Kunitsu Gami, Path of the Goddess from Capcom, and more Persona games coming to Game Pass thanks to our continued partnership with Sega Atlas. I'd also like to congratulate the Studio Zero team on Metaphor Refantazio. It's great to be able to premiere what is next from the creators of Persona here in our showcase. We are focused on putting our players and game creators first in everything we do. No matter if you choose to play on Xbox, PC, or over the cloud, all gamers are welcome here at Xbox. When it comes to our consoles, we have heard your feedback on two fronts. First, we have significantly increased our supply of Xbox Series X, making it easier for fans to find globally.
Good.
Second,
that's good to hear.
We know you've wanted more storage with Xbox Series S, and I'm excited to share we have some news there as well.
Reading hardware? Oh, Black Series S. All right, okay. There we go. Okay. September 1st. Right in time for Starfield. I hope that's not the end, though.
And now for the one more thing you've all been waiting for. Prepare for the most comprehensive deep dive we've ever done for the biggest game we've ever built.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Sit tight and enjoy Starfield Direct.
Don't get me wrong. Starfield's a big deal, obviously, but that's the one more thing. Starfield. All right, well, let's see. Is it... I'm very confused. Didn't they say this was roughly 2 hours? Does that mean we have... How much Starfield are we seeing? All right, well, here's your chance to get a look, and we'll know definitively whether or not Starfield is going to be 60 FPS on Xbox Series X and S.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to
he does have the
Bethesda
blue,
Game Studios.
Damn.
You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you. From the Elder Scrolls to Fallout, we love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do? And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look.
Let's go. There you go. There's your boy Todd coming out.
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years, but it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet to the mountains in the distance.
I mean, yeah, visually this
to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next-generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person. We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources, do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
Zero G looks very fun in action. Beautiful ragdoll.
We do love stuff
seeing
and
that.
all of the items allowing you to pick everything up. And you can view all that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons to spacesuits to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food.
Love
when
that.
you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
And he can even say your name. Let's head out.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch, a bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
It does feel like a set to like 70s or 80s.
This
sci-fi
is your star
film,
map.
which is really,
it
which is
starts
a really
with the
nice
planet
touch.
you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource-heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system, where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
So the main focus
Looks
when
real
we're
nice.
designing a
Looks
city
really
is
good.
obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact, if you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god, look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barry.
You gotta have a space cowboy.
Completely
You gotta have the Harrison Ford archetype in this. I'm sorry.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Give me the aliens. Show me the monsters we're gonna be fighting.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies. Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space. The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city, where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
A pleasure city. They're Vegas in space.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system.
We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage,
Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
There we go. Yeah.
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to Dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
By Vectera! Is it really, really you?
He'll join your crew, and he'll give you gifts, if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my God!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another
That's
great
a really
one
cool
that
system.
gives you a
I'm glad they're
damage buff when
expanding
your
the
health is low,
dialogue and how
but
that
mercenaries will
impacts the
randomly show
gameplay.
up and try to kill you. No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point.
Land octopus.
Which can be used to unlock or rank
That's
up
what I
skills.
want. 30 minutes of the monsters we're gonna fight.
Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the Xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
Some alien minions?
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat. That one's a lot of fun.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie, and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player.
Big same.
I
Big
like
same.
doing a death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them. I like blowing stuff up.
Simple man, like simple things. I respect it.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures. Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships. It's all out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having
really going
another
deep
character.
with this. Yeah, like I said,
you can make
is this
going to
be 45 minutes of
I think you'll be
Starfield?
blown away by the amount of stuff you
Woo,
can do.
mama.
You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Really getting a good idea of what the gameplay
Maybe you
loop
start
will
off
be,
with a
which is
speedy
cool.
fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade
Yeah, you're going to be
everything
able to
you see
spend
here.
hours making your
And you have two
character,
ways
hours
to do that.
customizing your ship.
You can quickly upgrade
then,
individual systems like your
hundreds of
weapons
hours
or
diving
shields,
into those skill trees.
or you can
so.
deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you
Yeah,
can
you're gonna-
change
there's gonna be
anything,
some
from the
content in
systems to the look
Starfield.
and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting, or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's
Like you're
in-game
flying
ship
home?
manufacturers bring their
that would be
own look
cool.
and feel to every piece of your ship.
And something that but a
From
lot of
living
newer Bethesda
quarters
games have really been leaning
to cargo
into is that
holds,
sense of
mess
home and
halls,
customization.
and control rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals. The HMS Platypus, as I called it, where it had like a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs.
If you thought
So
Tears
it's
of the
really
Kingdom was bad about
whatever
the
your imagination
the
is.
phallic objects and phallic structures,
And
oh
while
man.
you can build your home among
I
the
can't wait
stars
to
the way
see
you
what
want
people do
to,
with their ships
you're
in
probably not
Starfield.
the only person who will call your ship home.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain. Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra
Yeah, that
help
was
on
one
your
of my
ship,
favorite parts
you can
about the
always
Outer
hire
World,
additional
were
crew
the
at
the
spaceports.
companions
Got
and them
any room
tagging
on your
along
ship
on
for
your
someone like me?
missions. So I'm excited about that.
You'll
That's a cool
also
idea.
meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run. And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please, avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous. And
Space
you
combat,
should
but I'm
feel
curious
like
to see what
you're in
else you can
complete
do while
control
you're
every step
in
of the way.
space, flying around.
We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster. Powering up the ground drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump.
Living that Star Trek, Star Wars power fantasy.
And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there. Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target.
Yeah, the space combat looks a lot more impressive than I would have expected.
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Okay, here we go.
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport. But space is way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance. Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars. there are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm going to board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the sandwiches and put them, you know, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero.
That's it.
But I want to go
This
out
is how
and
you
just
sell
start
me on
taking
Starfield,
things
all
from
right?
people as quickly as possible.
Give me that sandwich
Some
gameplay.
strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
I did notice the
Some of
first
the best
reveal
moments
trailer
are
did
the
have a lot
ones
of
you
close-ups on
discover
food.
your own.
So it's funny that they've touched on that a couple times. And
The thing
really
I love most about
drive
Starfield
home
is that it is
the
a Bethesda
focus
game
on food
through
in
and
this.
through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit. We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care and designed this case as we did the watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability
You're
of
ready
this
to throw down some ducats on this?
In the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship.
Love the gold.
And not only that,
love the translucent.
We've created the first
panels.
ever custom headset with Xbox, and this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Rock that NASA punk look. Yeah. It's a really, really good looking controller.
Steady till ready. Coordinates input. Plotting jump course. Guidance has converged. Getting auxiliary reactor power. System checks are green across.
Oh, it's got gold on the headset? Oh.
Ground jump commencing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go
When we
this
get in that
big
frame
with
rate
Starfield?
detail, all right?
Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental
this is the stuff that I'm
storytelling
very interested in.
Bethesda is known
Starfield is
for.
exploring the wildlife.
Aggressive
with these
creatures
alien
have been
planets.
disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
Looks like the gunplay's better than previous Bethesda titles. So I'm
It's
excited to get my
completely up
hands
to
on
you
it and see how that
you
feels.
want to interact with each planet. Whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters, we wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
That's what I'm here for.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps
that's
plan
nice.
out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger
like
halves.
building a lot
that way
easier
you can really
than
plan your
call out.
structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Add crafting and research stations in your outpost to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes.
larger magazines.
Yeah, I feel like they're
a selection
really
of
about
grips
to do a
and
full
barrels,
hour of
different
Starfield.
ammunition like explosive rounds. All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying. Zero-gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero-G will actually push you backwards. Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons.
Those are some nice touches.
These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage. Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Starfield's got you covered.
Epic combat montage. Are you also a Jedi in Starfield?
Thanks
or
again
what?
for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery.
Photo
and,
mode
wow, I
confirmed
can't
for an
believe that
Xbox
there's
game,
more
finally.
here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
planets, the day-night cycle. Those details matter to me. Diplomacy, exploration, freedom, the ending.
Vasco, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher.
Brain sprout. I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben.
The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Main engines go. Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
You order now. There's that Constellation edition. First story expansion. Little recap of the Xbox Game Showcase. So overall, yeah, one of the strongest Xbox shows, easily in a very long time, possibly ever. I talked about during the show the first 30 minutes in particular. Incredibly strong. Man, up until Hellblade 2, it was just pacing was perfect, huge reveals back to back, huge momentum. That momentum carried for most of the show. There were a few slower moments where they went into atmospheric indie titles, which I think is perfectly fine, helps kind of the ebb and flow of the showcase. Then they went into the big reveal of In Exile's game, Clockwork something, spacing on it. But that looked incredible. Looked very much inspired by BioShock Infinite. Big first-person game from In Exile. That'll be awesome to see. It was great to see Compulsion's game. That art style, that art direction, I would be so thrilled if the stop motion is just a part of the experience, because that looked so distinct and so unlike any other AAA game we've seen before. And there was just a lot of games. I was not expecting Starfield to be a full hour. Y'all, I've already talked about how I feel about Starfield. Starfield looked great. Starfield Direct was a great dive into what Starfield is. There's a huge amount of content for people who want Starfield. That game looks like everything that they're hoping for, which is amazing. That'll be the big fall Xbox release for sure, with Forza being the nice little cap after that. But we did not get Starfield's frame rate, which is weird, because I feel like Phil Spencer specifically said that we'll know definitively whether or not Starfield is 60 FPS, and maybe because it isn't good news, it's coming in a blog post, coming in a little update. It'll be listed on the pre-order page for the game. But the fact that they didn't come out confidently and say that, yeah, this will be 60 FPS on console is not a good indication. Obviously, we'll have answers one way or another, because people are going to ask, because they set the precedent that we would know either way. But the fact that it wasn't in the show suggests that maybe it's not. Maybe 60 FPS is not what we should expect with Starfield. But either way, I think the game looks amazing. I think the visual presentation is the best ever. It's clearly the most ambitious, clearly the biggest scale of any Bethesda game ever. And quite frankly, graphically, it is the best looking Bethesda game by a lot. The dynamic day and night cycle with all of those lighting moments and vistas looked amazing. Like they were talking about in the video, the sunrise, the sunset, Those filmic moments look incredible. Every frame feels like a shot from a sci-fi film. And I think for people who want that, that is going to deliver in a huge way. So overall, solid show from Xbox, solid output from Xbox. I think a lot of fans are going to be excited. I haven't looked at Twitter. I haven't gone on social media, so I'm very interested to see how people are feeling. If you're watching live, let me know in the chat how you're feeling. What would you rate the show? I would say I'm personally disappointed that the One More Thing was Starfield. I wanted a bigger surprise for the One More Thing. I think ending on the Xbox Series S in black with the 1 terabyte was cool, but not that exciting for people who already have an Xbox. It's exciting if you're watching the show as someone who doesn't, and it has been, considering jumping into the ecosystem. But if you're already a fan, I don't think the 1 terabyte Xbox Series S announcement was a big moment for you. Definitely wasn't a big moment for me. Cool, yeah. Xbox Series S in black, cool. 1 terabyte, cool. But that being the final thing we see from Xbox before Starfield, I'm indifferent. And I talked about at the beginning, before the show, that the most important things are the beginning and the end. Obviously, if you're a Starfield fan, I think the Starfield Direct was huge. We got almost 1 hour of new details about the gameplay, the environments, the storytelling, the customization. Starfield looks dense as hell. So if you're looking forward to that game, you can look forward to hundreds and hundreds of hours. 1,000 planets, super deep skill trees. That is a Bethesda-ass RPG on the grandest scale that we've ever seen. So Starfield looks great. The companion system is a big highlight for me. A better look at the creatures in the world. That was big for me because that's been the most intriguing element, is that the NASA punk, that how it captures 70s sci-fi film and translates that to a video game world. So I think they've done a really good job showcasing that. But overall, really good show. I think that's about it. I got to dive into some work related to the show, some hot and juicy recap content, but appreciate everyone who tuned in, hung out, had fun. It's exciting time for Xbox. It was a really good show. And with that being said, I think I'm going to get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Ride that hype into next week, and I'll catch you later. Take care, everybody. I sit here awkwardly and wait for the stream to end.